I think the main thing that was a roadblock, a difficulty for us was just the overwhelming nature. As we had a staff member that was really the one that pioneered our social media as a church. They were also doing graphic design. It was really their thing. And when they transitioned away from the church, Jamie began to step into that role. And although she enjoys doing it, it wasn't necessarily, you'd say, something natural, right?
No, I was a stay-at-home mom for 14 years, so it was not natural.
So she began to learn a program called Adobe Photoshop and Adobe programs, which are anything but easy to use and intuitive. And so it just became very overwhelming. And then we get hit with the pandemic, and online content and social media become so important to keep your church connected, that on top of all of the other responsibilities of simply being a pastor's wife and stepping in, it just was overwhelming. And so it was really great to be able to have church marketing come alongside of us and really help us to take a leap in that area and take the pressure off of trying to figure out, what do we post daily and how do we do this and how much content and where do we find the content and what do we put and hashtags, what do you put for hashtags? I just think it was just very much overwhelming. And so it took that pressure off.
Yeah.
Just, social media is just, that's where people are at daily. And I mean, we had social media, going on before, but I think just having some consistency in the post, consistently posting now in the evening, gives us the opportunity to supplement that as well. And I think not only from an informational standpoint, but also a discipleship standpoint, encouraging. I think one of the things that I love is that we probably did not have the creativity at the time to go and take from a sermon, to take a particular section or a quote or something that was meaningful, and then later in the week or even 2 weeks out, put that back out there that helps to just supplement the message and keep the discipleship aspect going. And I think those kinds of things are just very, very important, especially in these times, to help keep that engagement, to keep that message in front of people, and to just let them know what's happening within their church community. So I think that's probably been very helpful, specifically, as they engage with some of the content and some of the other reminders of things that are coming up. Part of that, in that interacting, some of the posts that have been great are ones that call for interaction. And we saw some of that. We saw some of our online people that hadn't been necessarily a part of our in-person church engage with the content, and then someone else encouraged them. And then your team jumped in and said a little something as well. And we had this conversation that was going on where our online church family is interacting with one another and encouraging one another. And you all are helping that. And that's just so critical to know that we've got a partner like that in ministry. I think one of the wow aspects that we've just really come to appreciate is the times when someone is interacting with us as a church, and we go on realizing, oh my, we didn't see that, and somebody from church marketing has already responded in such a beautiful and wonderful way. It just has been so nice to have that, and not to feel that pressure of, oh my goodness, I didn't stay up as late as somebody else who just tried to engage us at midnight or something like that, and to wake up and say, it was already responded to. This is amazing. So that's been huge.